Hummerkaus backing down towards the left post. And they just kick out to Yakachonis. Yakachonis pulls a left wing three. Left is short. Rebound grabbed by Bryce Williams through all the contact, and he'll hand it off to Asijan across timeline. Asijan, right wing three on the way. Knocks it down early.
That's another thing. If you're Illinois, can't lose shooters in transition. Williams, Asijan, it doesn't matter. You can't lose them in transition. And right there, they go one and done on the offensive end, and nobody picked up Asijan.
First made field goal of the night, 6-2. Nebraska on top of Illinois, 16:45 left. Jake Davis off to Yakachonis. Yakachonis back. Jake Davis, left wing three, too strong. Rebound is loose on the floor. Morgan thought he had it, and we have a jump ball, and the arrow is with Illinois. We'll stay here. 16:39 left in the first half. We're not even at the first media timeout. It feels like we've already played 10 minutes. It is 9-8. Nebraska in front of Illinois. Williams across the timeline, over to Morgan, back to Williams.
Look at how high Illinois is playing defensively.
The pass out of Siege, another right wing three. He got another. He has had 6 straight games by making 2 or more threes, and you can make that 7 straight. 12-8. You'd love to see him get going. I'll give you a stat on his numbers against Illinois in his career here in just a minute. 36-28. Aaron Eulis will bring it across the timeline for the Huskers. 1:10 left in the first half. Eulis at the near wing. Directing traffic, there's nobody in that right corner. Now there is. Eulis this time to the left wing. He's going to work his way back. He gave it off to Williams. Williams dribble handoff. Fooled everyone, and a right-hand flush makes it a 10-point game. 38-28, 50 seconds left in the first half.
Everybody was so concerned about that Nebraska handoff action that Williams faked the pitch, and he was all alone and took it home for 2.
Will Riley, deep three from the top of the key, and he made it. 38-31, a 7-point game. Eulis, do we have a whistle?
Looks like Illinois wanted a timeout.
Yeah, I think Brad Underwood wants a timeout.
Screaming at the officiating crew and Terry Oglesby on that near side.
He will be granted one. It's a 30-second timeout, so that means we stay here. 38-31 following the Will Riley three, and that is the third made three of the night from Illinois. They are 3 of 17 from long range. Will Riley now 1 of 2 from 3, but for Illinois, it's like, hey, finally you started to see the three start to fall, but
they finally broke the levee on that one, and once they see one go in, that's going to instill more confidence, and wouldn't be surprised if going into that second half that Illinois talks about the fact that, hey, we're taking good quality shots. They're going to fall eventually on the road. This is a confident basketball team with a ton of shots under their belt.
Underwood talks things over really quickly. Nebraska in front by 7, 38-31. I said earlier, there's a lot of celebrities out. By that, I mean Zach Taylor, the Bengals head football coach. Almost the entire football team is out here. Danny Busboom Kelly, the new volleyball coach. John Cook is here. Dylan Rilo is always here.
But when is he not?
I don't know.
Nebraska can hold for a last shot, try to shrink the shot clock, not give Illinois another opportunity. Got to look for something to Bryce Williams. He's got 13. You got to key on him.
There's about a 7-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Eulis is holding at the right wing, guarded by Yakachonis. Williams has it. Another blow by Williams. Right hand flush. Final 10 seconds. Here you go. Yakachonis across the timeline. He's at the near wing. Everyone on PBA comes to their feet. He's got 5 on the game clock. 4. Yakachonis step back 3 on the way. Missed it short. Rebound tapped out. That's the first half. Good first half for the Huskers. They lead by 9, 40-31. We've seen that twice with Bryce Williams where they fake the handoff and he comes around backside and says, here's my right hand, exclamation point flush. Drake gives Lawhorn, passes it to the corner trying to find Jake Davis. Intercepted. Juwan Gary, right place, right time is there, and he takes it away. Williams will be the one who brings it across the timeline. That's what Illinois gets for trying to catch Nebraska sleeping.
Yeah, just great rotation there from Sam Hoiberg, and then Juwan Gary dropped into the passing lane.
Buchengel spins in the paint, spinning again, goes up left hand off the window. Ooh, bad miss from Buchengel. The rebound goes to Jake Davis. Across the timeline is going to be Kylan Boswell. He's at the top of the key, dribbling into the lane, goes up right hand, swatted away. A volleyball spike from Bryce Williams with the left hand. It will stay Illini basketball. I don't know if Bryce Williams wants to try out for volleyball. I think he's got a good chance.
And he's looked so much more engaged on the defensive end. You can see there was a lack of effort throughout the 6-game losing streak defensively for Bryce Williams. And right now with a lead, he looks more attached and more comfortable with what they're trying to do.
I can only imagine what Hoiberg has said to these guys over the 6-game skid of improving defensively. Yakachonis inbounds to Riley at the top of the key from the baseline. Riley back to Yakachonis.
They're not out of the woods yet. They've got to string together a couple stops here and get some buckets.
Down by 7. Yakachonis at the top of the key. Lost the handle of it. That's not a good start. Sejan brings it across the floor off to Buchtengel. Right corner 3. Buchtengel knocks it down. 10-point lead. Brad Underwood's going to burn a timeout, and we don't even get to the under 12 media timeout. 54-44. Nebraska in front of the 18th ranked Illini, and the energy in this place is alive and well. Under 90 seconds left. Hoiberg is at the logo. Gibbs Lawhorn all over him. Into Williams. He's at the left elbow. Stopping, wanting something. As Sejan cutting to the basket. High off the window. Second chance tip in. Andrew Morgan follows through. It's a 3-point game. 70-67. Here you go. Final 60 seconds. 70-67. Yakachonis step back. Thought about a left wing 3. He didn't take it. Will Riley back to Yakachonis. He's at the top of the key now. Looking for separation, dribbling to his right. Can't play hero ball if you're Yakachonis. Pass it into the corner. Gibbs Lawhorn, left corner 3. Knocks it down. Tie game 70-70.
Just a massive shot there from Dre Gibbs Lawhorn. Nobody was in the area. He was wide open, and he drills a 3. Makes Nebraska pay.
Across the timeline comes Williams. Timeout burned by Nebraska. 15 points for Gibbs Lawhorn. He is 2 of 6 from 3. If Illinois follows through and gets points out of this possession, it will be the 7th consecutive loss for the Huskers, which is their longest losing streak since the 21-22 season. There is a nervous energy inside Pinnacle Bank Arena in a game even at 70.
And you wonder who's going to come out for the Huskers. Thought a Sejan maybe, but they're going to keep Hoiberg out there defensively, and you know, they try to go with a rangier lineup, some length and some switchability, and try to force Illinois off the line and make them take a really tough shot. I mean, this is what, you know, this is the kind of games that, you know, make preparing for March so fun in college basketball.
If you're Illinois, do you hold for the final shot?
I think you do. I don't think you give Nebraska a chance in their home barn to take a look.
18.4 left. They inbound to Yakachonis. Yakachonis has it back by the logo. Wooster is all over him. Feed into Riley. 12, 11, 10 for Riley. And a foul for Bryce Williams. You had plenty of fouls to give, so at least it disrupts whatever you have. And Bryce Williams picks up his second foul. Still 3 more fouls to give. This could make it interesting if you're fouling the right time, but you have to make sure you don't foul a shooter.
Right, and that's the thing, is they can afford to be a little handsy and pick up some of these touch fouls, and Ben Humrickhouse going to check in here late.
Very late substitution. Humrickhouse is in, and Gibbs Lawhorn comes out, which is, to me, shocking, because Gibbs Lawhorn has knocked down some huge shots for you recently.
He's given them a lift, but, you know, trusting a veteran, and Ben Humrickhouse has made a ton of big shots in his career at Evansville. Now look at the defense in Nebraska. I mean, Yakachonis has got to go the length of the floor here.
They inbound to the backcourt. 7-6, nearly taken away, and another foul. Hoiberg, his third, and it's an intentional one just to, again, disrupt Illinois' offense with 5.9 left in regulation.
Yeah, but made sure he went for the ball. That way they couldn't call a transition take foul or give him a clear path foul. And that's not a bad idea. With Yakachonis trying to get ahead of steam, just take the foul. You've got one to give and just really try to pressure him defensively.
A near steal for Hoiberg, and a foul again on Hoiberg. He has to be careful. He's got 4.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and they're also, I mean, if they give one more, they'll put Illinois in the bonus. So from now on, you have to play hands high. Don't run through a shooter. Just stay in contest and just try to play at length for these last 5 seconds. Don't let a shooter get free.
Illinois looking to inbound. They get it into Riley in the corner. Trapped by Hoiberg. Has to put up a shot from the corner for the win. It rattles out. We've got overtime in the vault. Williams to the basket, had the shot blocked by Merez Johnson, running the length of the floor. Trey White goes up, and he missed it. Gary was there on the defensive end, and Justice, you think he blocked it, and I think he did too.
Definitely think he got a piece of that. We'll look at it on the replay here. Yep, definitely got a piece of it going up. Tremendous defensive effort by Jawan Gary.
Hoiberg into the lane, stops, goes up over Merez Johnson, missed it, basketball tapped around. Yakachonis has it. He does not have numbers, but he's going to try to work inside. Right hand off the window, ties the game at 72. 2:50 left in the overtime period, and this game is again tied up. Nebraska plenty of chances. unable to come away with points.
Ill-advised shot there from Sam Hoiberg. Just got in among the trees and again tried to make it through the 6'9 Johnson, and that's just an ill-advised move there.
Boswell had Williams grabbed, and now a timeout is burned by Bryce Williams. He lost the handle of it, and he's frustrated with himself, bouncing the basketball on his head, and this game is even at 72. 2:36 left in the overtime period, and it is a 30-second timeout. So we're just kind of waiting and see. I mean, that's all we can really do at this point.
And the thing is, if you're Nebraska, have to maintain the composure. Any bucket here is a bucket that is much needed against an Illinois squad that has thrived in transition, have struggled a little bit in the half-court set in this game, but you could see Jakob Jonas getting out on the break. It didn't matter if it was 1-on-2, 1-on-3. He found a way to slither through and make some space for himself. A huge bucket with Illinois, was down 2 points and needed some sort of offensive spark in overtime.
Like I said, 72-72. How about a game reset? Each team has one timeout left. Nebraska's over the limit foul-wise with 7. Not in the double bonus yet are the Illini. Illinois is not over the limit yet. They only have 6 fouls. Next one puts them over the limit. 2:36 left in the overtime period. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. It will be Nebraska basketball at this point of the ball game. And it's felt like a very steep mountain for Nebraska to try to climb and grab a victory recently, and this is no different. Hoiberg will inbound from the out-of-bounds line on the near side of the floor into Morgan. Morgan looking for Hoiberg. He got it right back to him. Hoiberg is the right elbow, stops. Morgan has to back out to the right wing. 10 on the shot clock. Williams, long 2 from the right wing. Pure nylon for 2. 74-72.
Big shot from Bryce Williams. Puts them up 2. Illinois could take their first lead of the ball game with a 3, but it's going to be the best shot is the best shot here for Illinois.
Will Riley's at the right elbow, dribbling in, stopping, spinning inside the lane, pumping, kicks out. Jakob Jonas hesitated, left corner 3, missed it. Rebound is loose. Who's got it? Connor Esijan has it.
Yeah, great box out there on the baseline by Esijan. Was able to keep Morez Johnson at bay. That's a tough ass there. And again, Nebraska's in a situation where any bucket would put them up 2 possessions, and that's a huge margin here in an overtime period.
Williams dribbling in from the right wing, going to the hoop. Got it to go! 2 more for Bryce Williams. No foul. That would have been the 5th on Morez Johnson. I thought they could have probably got one there. They didn't, but it's a 4-point game. Here you go, final 90 seconds of the first overtime period. Huskers in front by 4.
A really good job by Johnson to go straight vertical, but Williams just out-muscled him there.
Jakob Jonas over to Riley. Riley pulls a left wing 3. Too strong. Rebounds tapped around. Jakob Jonas grabbed it. Shot clock reset as well because it hit the back iron. Jakob Jonas.
Massive offensive rebound there for Illinois.
Pulling a top of the key 3. Missed it again. Rebound goes to Morgan.
And Nebraska's got to milk this clock here, Bobby. Take as much off the shot clock as you can. A bucket here would pretty much seal it.
Final 60 seconds of the first overtime.
Can't turn it over here if you're Nebraska. Just have to value the basketball. Take the timeout before you take the turnover.
Bryce Williams back by the logo. 10 on the shot clock, 50 on the game clock. Wanting a screen, is going to dribble in. He lost it out of bounds. It's off of Morez Johnson. It will stay on this side of the floor. 45 seconds left on the game. 6 left on the shot clock.
Nebraska still has a timeout. So does Illinois. A foul here by Illinois would put Nebraska in the bonus. Any foul here from Nebraska would send Illinois to the line for foul shots. So a huge moment here in the ball game. Nebraska with 6 seconds left. If they can find a way to get a bucket here, it would pretty much put the icing on the cake here unless Illinois can make a late run, which you can't put past this Illini team.
Esijan comes out and Wooster comes in. I'm not going to lie to you, Justice. That kind of surprises me. Gibbs Lawhorn comes out and Hummerkaus comes in. Wooster inbounds. Gary thinks about a left corner 2. Got it. 2 more. Bryce Williams adds 2 more.
What a huge shot there from Williams. Just had to find a way to get a bucket, and he did. And looks like we're going to have a foul on the floor or a timeout, something.
We have a 30
looks like a
second,
timeout here from Brad Underwood before Jakob Jonas went flying into the crowd.
Well, Jakob Jonas, slow to get out of media row, is able to, and they're making sure that everyone is okay. It looks like there's still somebody. No, that's just a Illinois orange shirt that I see. 30-second timeout. 78-72. Huskers in front of the Illini, and Fighting Illini out of timeouts. Final 38 seconds of the first overtime and 25 seconds left on the shot clock. I think if you miss the opportunity here, if you're Illinois and come away with 0,
That's pretty much all she wrote.
It's almost over. Yeah, it's almost that point over.
Yeah, and the thing is here for Nebraska defensively, you can't give up a three-point shot, right? Because that would make it a one-possession ball game. You almost would rather foul Illinois and put them at the line for a one-and-one opportunity and give them an opportunity to set up the press than give up a three-point shot and make it a one-possession game and try to value the basketball up until the end of the shot clock. I think that's the strategy for Nebraska. Under no circumstances can you give Illinois a good look from three.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I get it.
Unless it's Merez Johnson. If Merez Johnson's on the floor, I think that's a guy you can let take a three-point shot. He hasn't attempted one all year.
They are 26% from long range, Illinois that is. Nebraska's on a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes.
Sam Hoiberg has to be careful. He's playing with four, and he's going to guard a primary ball handler here, so it's about staying at length, and you can't let one of Illinois' best shooters get free. That's absolutely imperative. So Williams going to have to keep a head on the swivel with Riley parked in the corner.
Out of the timeout, it is Illini basketball. 25 seconds on the shot clock, 38 on the game clock. They inbound. Riley's at the left wing. Step back, top of the key three. Riley short. Rebound grab by Yakachonis. He immediately runs out. Another left wing three. Another one short. Gary one-handed rebound and an immediate foul on the Illini.